Hello, friends, customers, family members, clients, partners. I am so excited to be back and I am refreshed. I hope you can see. It was a very harsh tax season this year. Every year it gets a little worse. I don't know why. It should be the opposite, right? So I kind of took a break from being on camera because I needed to be behind the scenes working with my clients. And those clients of mine that are out there, they know what I'm talking about. So before April ends, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about Financial Literacy Month, financial empowerment, money, everything that I love, and I'm sure a lot of you love or don't like as much because you feel a little overwhelmed. It's April 27th, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done anything related to financial literacy. I mean, I do something every day, I hope, with my interactions with clients, interactions with friends, and with you. But I wanted to take some time to remind you how important this is for everyone and give you some tips on how you can start feeling financially empowered, making shifts to improving your finances. And actually, today I was live with Sensei, a platform that I really admire, I like, and I'll recommend. Go to sensei.com, that's CENTSAI. And we talked about how to improve or take control of your finances during a recession. Check out that recording. It should be live or recorded on LinkedIn and other social media platforms. But let me tell you about financial literacy in general. First thing is, this should be an everyday thing. And I'm using the word should, not because I'm telling you what you should do, but I think as a society, as government agencies, as corporations, as small business owners, as friends, family members, sisters, brothers, we have this duty to help those around us. And you might be on the receiving side, you need information, you need support, or you might be on the giving side where you are actually sharing what you know, like I am here with your family members or business connections, how to improve their personal finances. And I am focusing on personal finances because I am a true believer that if we are good with money at the personal level, we're going to bring these good habits and these practices that we learn for managing money to our businesses. If we handle our finances well for the business, it's going to translate into our personal lives. And this cannot be an April thing, right? Educating ourselves, educating others, coming up with programs for our communities cannot be an April event. It has to be an everyday event. And the way we do this as individuals is educating ourselves. If you want to earn more money, how do you do that? Go through courses or free courses on YouTube on how you can make more income, generate passive income, how you can save more, how you can diversify your income, reduce your spending, differentiate between what is a need and what is a want so that you can make decisions in an informed way. Making sure that your retirement accounts are well funded, that you have an emergency fund, that you know when is the right time to buy a home. There are so many areas of our financial lives that need attention, and it's going to depend on what is important to you versus what's important to the next person, whether you focus on area one versus area two. And as long as you make small progress, you educate yourself in one area at the time, and you practice what you learn. If you want to learn about investing in the market, go ahead and learn how to invest in the market. If you feel that's for you and what you learn can be implemented, then move to implementation. If you want to save for your first home and you want to learn how to pick the right home, the right area for you, decide what is a good investment because it's going to increase in equity versus what is a good home because it's going to give you the space to live at a lower cost, then educate yourself on that and then implement what you learn. So as individuals, we can do this. As members of our societies, we can, or our society, we can teach others from our experience what we made mistakes in, what was really great for us because we did the right thing. If we share this with our friends, we can help them advance, become financially empowered, financially free. As government agencies and colleges and universities and nonprofits focusing in this area, I really believe that it is important not to teach one class at a time, one little course here, one little course there, but we need a something that's structured. It's like a curriculum that goes from A to Z. What is being financially educated, financially literate, or financially empowered, whatever the term is that you want to use, what is going to take to get you there. I am a forever student. Like I need to learn new things on a regular basis. But I am a better learner when I have a system and a program to follow. If you teach me today how to post on social media and tomorrow how to send a newsletter, that's not going to work for me. Okay, I'm going to think that it's just like, oh, here, it's a little tip, implement it if you can. I need a program. You can design your own program if you know what you need to learn financially. But I'm talking about organizations out there, nonprofits, schools, the government agencies that are promoting financial education. It would be so great if we had a program that covers how to create a budget, how to save for an emergency fund, how to save for retirement, when not to take debt or when to use debt to finance some emergency or big project. The fact that you need to negotiate interest rates and manage your credit cards in a smart way, or it can be the fact that you should not take money out of your retirement at the wrong time. Like, who tells you these things? So, you might get a webinar from me or anyone else that tells you how to create a budget. Great. But then, what about everything else where you can make huge mistakes? And I'm telling you this as as my clients or my friend, and I'm trying to speak to organizations too who might not listen to this, but to you individually, I am looking to help you think of what will be the series of content or webinars or a program that you need to cover all these areas of your life. And of course, I can give you 20 points that I would like for you to include in your learning experience within finances. But I think that the first thing that we need to do as people that are interested in improving our personal finances is understanding which areas of finance are critical to us. For me, it's very important to have that safety net, to have that emergency fund. But it's also important to provide for the education of my kids and to have enough money for when I retire at 60. That would be so cool. When I retire at whatever age I decide. So these are areas of my life, the financial aspects that I want to have covered. I also like to travel and to go out with friends and to take a day off and just not have to worry about the fact that I'm not making money that day. So understanding all these aspects of our lives that are important to us that depend on finances is key to then deciding what areas in finance we need to become more proficient in. And once we understand that, then we put together the kind of our own curriculum of what we need to learn. If I want to generate passive income, what are the 3 or 4 ways to generate passive income? Real estate investment. Okay, how do I invest in real estate? That's an example only. I'm not giving financial advice. Is it investing in the market? What do I need to learn to be comfortable investing in the market? So, it's going to take a few steps for us to get really comfortable, not only making those decisions, but deciding how much time to invest in learning and how much time to invest in implementing what we learn. And really, it's going to require a shift in mindset to commit to these things. I hear every day so many people committing to their wellness, right? It's the meditation and the visualization and yoga and exercising. It becomes so critical to us. And it is important to me, very important. All of those are very important commitments that I make to myself. I want to see the same when it comes to your personal finances and to your business finances. It's an everyday thing. It's like waking up and going to the gym and doing meditation and doing yoga or whatever, drinking the green juice, whatever it is that you're doing for your mental and physical well-being. I want to apply something similar to your personal finances, because if we are struggling financially, that will undo all that wellness that you just took care of a few days ago. It's going to go away. Stress from financial situations, from just from worrying about debt or not having enough money to take your kids to Disney, all of those things cause a lot of stress and they impact our well-being. And I want to see if there is anything on the chat. Oh, hi, Shala K. So happy to see you and or to see that you're here. And so happy to have met you at the Business of We 2023 retreat that just took place in the Dominican Republic. And that's why I look so fresh today. Oh my gosh, it was so amazing to go away for a few days and spend it with women, amazing women who were there to just take care of themselves and just be good friends and good supporters. And we need that. And guess what? The reason we can do that is because we have been taking care of our personal finances. Our money, as we save and as we make more of it, helps us do those things that are going to be good to us from a wellness perspective, good for us just to for fun and to be able to provide for our family and those that we love. I encourage everyone to make a commitment to prioritize their financial well-being. It is a thing. It is a thing to say, I need to financially be okay and to feel that I don't have to worry every day about the balance of my bank account. And I know it's easier said than done. We're always going to worry about money. It doesn't matter how much you have. The ones that have a lot worry about not having more or losing what they have. And the ones that don't have a lot worry about not having a lot. So it's not an easy thing to just say, okay, don't worry about money or earn more, or save less, save more, and spend less. It is easier said than done. I get it, but every little thing, every little step that you take, it's going to count. Now, how do I, we're talking about educating yourself and learning about different aspects of finance that you want to tackle. But now, what are some of the things that you can do every day besides reading and watching YouTube videos and Instagram posts on how to improve finances? Like, what are the tangible things that you can do? I'll tell you some of the things that I do. I try to save in anything that I can save. Okay, not like some friends or sisters that I have, not to that extreme, and I'm not going to tell you what they do, but I avoid spending on things that are not going to be there tomorrow, or that I am going to get tired of soon, or that are not going to give me a long-term reward. What are some of those things? Okay, even that fancy piece of cake when I'm in the city. Oh, that's really bad. It's a bad example because the cake is bad for my health, physical health, and it's also expensive. But yes, that's an example. Like tomorrow, am I going to remember that I had that cake? Probably not. but maybe you will. And I'm not criticizing anyone here, I'm not judging. Whatever is important to you, I respect it. Just we always have choices, right? We have choices. If I need to spend in that expensive piece of cake, then maybe I don't take the Uber 2 hours later. That's going to cost me $80. So we have trade-offs that we can make. But really, every decision, the point is that on a daily basis, when you leave your home or when you're online shopping, there is always something that you can prevent yourself from spending on, from buying. And unless it's medicine or the nice massage at the spa that's going to make you feel happy, unless it's something that you really, really need to be well mentally and physically, like food, most stuff can be delayed to a later time when we do have the extra cash or until we forget that we wanted that. I love the fact that you can forget to, that you wanted that cake or that you wanted that dress, that fit pink dress or fuchsia dress or black dress. It's great when you forget that you wanted to make that purchase. But there is also, in addition to things that you can control, there are also things that you cannot control. And I get that. It's the interest rates are going up, the cost of living is going up. And what can I do in that case? Things are expensive. That's what you hear people say. Everything is expensive. What can I do? Maybe we get less of things. We kind of compromise on using the things that are critical and letting go of those that really are not going to be missed, like the multiple subscriptions at home or taking the Uber instead of maybe taking the subway. Sometimes I compare the time that it's going to take on each. And if the time is about the same, train it is. If the time is double on the train and I can use that extra time for something of value, like having a call with a client or reviewing a tax return or calling a friend that I haven't talked for years, then yes, I'll take the car because I can recover that in some way, either by keeping my sanity, not getting annoyed and losing sleep, or by making some income because during that time that I'm saving, I'm checking how the market is doing and thinking what my next move is going to be. So you try the pros and cons of each decision. And if you're thinking about it from a finance perspective, you're always going to find costs that you can associate with every decision, a cost and a benefit. And if you always weigh it that way, you will start saving and you'll start seeing the results and making more money. Like when I take the extra hour to look at the market and see what I can do, buy more or sell timely. All those decisions translate into financial well-being or financial improvement. And when it comes to borrowing or using your credit cards, I want you to be mindful of those high interest rates, the fact that you might be getting into debt and it's going to be hard to pay it later if you don't have the extra income to do that. So it's stopping, thinking, and then deciding what is the best outcome for this decision that I'm about to make. Should I get that credit card from Apple that looks very fancy and it's going to give me 3% cash back? Or is that going to get me in trouble by me spending more on credit cards and then later I won't be able to pay it? Now, if you get that amazing credit card that gives you 5% and you have the money 5% back and you have the money to pay it every month because you're not using the credit card to borrow, it's just like to temporarily purchase because you have the cash to pay it back at the end of the month, then go for the one that gives you the best reward, the highest points. Um, don't lend your money to friends or family members that don't have a very good reputation of paying back because you can lose that. And the way you learn is that you lend once And if you have any trouble getting that money back, you never lend again to that same person. I mean, hopefully you don't have to lend any money. I don't remember the last time I lent money to anyone. I don't think people do that anymore. But tell me, I want to hear if your family members and your friends borrow from you. There is so much we can talk about. I love talking about finances. I love talking about my what I do. If you want to hear more, let me know. I can go through like a series of things that I have done, but I don't know what you want to know. So I would like for you to leave me some comments and share your own experiences with money. And I will have a an event in person in Brooklyn, New York, on May 11th, scratch that, May 11th, 2023. And I will post it on social media. It's going to be at a cool store in Brooklyn, and I am going to talk a lot more about these topics. And don't forget to check out my book, Simple Choices, Big Rewards in Money. I don't know how it looks on your end, on Amazon, where I share a lot about my personal journey with money, which I have to say has always been pretty uh, consistent. And it's okay. I don't have to have a very dramatic story to tell you that consistency is what really makes the difference. It doesn't matter when you start, it's when you make a decision to start, and also is the fact that you make that decision to start and that you keep up with your commitment to improve anything that you want to change in life: finances, physical health, emotional health, relationships. It doesn't matter what it is that you're trying to fix or improve. The important thing is that you make the commitment to make it happen and that you consistently live up to that commitment. So, financial literacy, financial empowerment, and financial education to those around you, it's an everyday thing. It's a lifestyle. It's not something that we do diet style and give up. I hope that you start following that approach and that you tell me how things improve for you. And I look forward to talking to you soon.